You gotta take control, life's too short. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best. So put your hands up to the sky and live your best life, alright. Don't just let it go by, just try, oh my. Got only one life, got only this time. We gonna get it right. You gotta let go of those who don't belong in your tribe. So cut the bad out of your life. Yeah, do it one time. You gotta work till you're winning. Yeah, take control of the system. When you invest, it's addicting. No time to rest, let's go get it. Not gonna stop till I'm finished. Not gonna drop to my limits. Deep in my chest, I'm inhaling. Believing, testing, and failing. You gotta flip everything in your mind. Take the limiting thoughts and turn them into your why. Prove to yourself you're worth it. You deserve it. Push past all the hurt and find your purpose. You gotta take control. Life's too short. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best, so don't let go. Take control. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best, give it all your best. Hey, yo, never gonna stop, no way, no. Yelling out, hey, yo, headed to the top on our way, yo. You gotta make change, yeah, there's gonna be a little pain, but nothing's worse than staying the same. So light that flame, put the work in, go claim everything you want in this place. It's time to go fast, know that energy is all cash. You could get it all if you never give up, no slack. Headed to the top is a mystery, your own path. Never gonna stop, no, you got this, never go back. I know it gets hard, you gotta love it. You gotta recharge with what you want and think of your dreams. Get that energy to go and get everything. You gotta take control. Life's too short. Get out of your head, make a better life instead. You gotta give it all your best, so don't let go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here for Racers Elite at Auto Club. I'm your host, back in the booth finally with Todd Chase Jr. I'm Adam Chapman. Todd, welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've been up here.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
So we got contacted about a year and a half ago to come in. We're going to get to this league and talk a little bit about it here in just a second, but we got contacted about a year and a half ago to actually come in and broadcast a series, and we wasn't sure exactly all the details and stuff, and it kind of didn't work. It fell through, and they contacted us again, actually kind of last minute. It was just a few days ago we got contacted about popping in here and doing a multi-series oval race. And one thing that you all know about me and Todd is we have broadcasted now. How long have you been broadcasting? I've been doing it for 7 years. You've been doing it probably about 5.
At least 4 or 5 of them 7 years.
So we have kind of turned our tendencies to what we practice with, or what we broadcast with, should I say. We look for something that is interesting to broadcast, and hopefully we're able to find something. Well, this one was brought to us. It was a multi-class oval series league. We was like, yeah, we'll broadcast that. It was something really interesting because we always look for something interesting. So what we got here tonight, Todd, and you can explain it a little bit. We got 4 different types of oval cars. We got the Next Gen, the Gen 6, the trucks, and the ARCA series cars. And talk a little bit about that, man, what these guys are going to be dealing with.
Well, definitely they're going to be dealing with difference in the weight of the cars, how the cars handle, the speed of the cars, everything about these cars are completely different, because we were sitting there looking at practice times earlier, and it was funny because a truck posted a faster lap time than an actual Next Gen Cup car, which has double the horsepower, I believe, than the truck. But then you also have the Gen 4/ARCA car, who actually put the fastest time in practice overall. I believe that lap time was a 39.4
It was
or something like that.
It was fast. And that's one of the things is, man, when these guys go out on track, Todd, and you know this because we've never done the oval class races, but we've done road class races, and you always, now this track might not be as bad since it is a 2-mile track at Auto Club, but one thing we have always done when it comes to class racing is you are dealing with slower traffic and who manages through that slower traffic. So as the season progresses, you're going to see that slower traffic become an issue because there will be tracks that we will have issues with slower traffic. Who knows exactly which series it's going to be, but it is something we will watch out for.
Now, I will say the breakdown of the series is like this tonight. We got 4 of the Gen 6 cars. We've got 6 of the trucks, according to what I've got here. We got 3 of the next gen.
Yeah.
And then I believe we've got at least 3 or 4 of the Gen 4 / ARC cars. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. I'm already starting to notice that some of these guys are actually losing control during this qualifying session as we are halfway through, little more than halfway through this qualifying session right now. Group qualifying or open qualifying, whatever it is, I believe, is what we're seeing here tonight. And it looks like right now Thomas is on top of the board for the Gen 6 cars with the 40.16. I believe this is
Lee Campbell currently on top of the board, with a 39.410.
Yes.
And of course that is the Gen 4. Once again, we've seen that in practice when we was watching. And we're watching Lee right now out of Austin Spa, New York. He was fastest in practice as well. Actually, all 4 of the ARC cars, like we mentioned before, was the fastest in practice. So not too much of a surprise. But Todd, all these ARC cars they are really, let's be honest, they are the old Cup cars.
Yep. So they are the old Cup cars that you would see, I would say, between about 98 to about 2003, 2004.
Yes.
Well, actually, is it that range, I believe?
I think so.
When did they go to the Gen 6?
I want to... Was it before? It was after the... so I think you're right, because it was after the car tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
and I think
before car tomorrow.
Yeah, so maybe it'd be about 98 to 2008,
So
maybe something like that.
Yeah.
So, and then you got the trucks, obviously. These are the newer trucks that came out, I believe, 2018 or 19.
Yes.
The Gen 6s, we just touched on those. They came out, I believe, 2012 or 2013.
Yes.
Up until when the next gen came out in, I believe, 2021. So you're going to see some really good racing tonight, I hope.
Yeah.
Just not from, granted, only having a certain amount of drivers in this league, and we don't know how these guys race at all, because obviously this is the first broadcast we've done for them.
Only race we've seen was when we did a spotting for one of our teammates in the Snowball Derby, which was actually a really good race. Yes,
that was a really good race, but we're gonna have to take it all in tonight and kind of make an adjustment and learn for next week to see how this league is going to play out with these guys in these different types of vehicles out on the racetrack at the same time.
We do want to mention that because this is a learning progress not only for them as well, it's also a learning curve for us because it is something new. We haven't broadcasted in a while. So this whole ticker may be completely gone next week because we're already looking into another one. I'm not the biggest fan of how it kind of lays out the classes, Todd. If you want to go through the colors and tell them what each class is, if you don't have it, I can.
I've got it right here.
Okay.
So the pink class, those are going to be your Gen 6 cars. The purple class, those are the guys higher than purple, like I just mentioned. Those are your trucks. Blue is the next gen cars, and yellow are going to be the Gen 4 / ARC cars.
Yeah. But I am looking forward to the race, though. I think it's going to be very interesting. Auto Club, of course, a 2-mile track. We haven't shown the weather, but weather's not going to be an issue. I'm actually kind of scared to click the weather thing. Hopefully it should be fine. But
Yeah.
weather popping up. 70 degree air temp, track temp 71. Not going to be a problem. This place, multiple groups racing.
Yes,
I was lucky enough to win the Truck Series championship this past year, and you can literally drive anywhere on this place.
Yes, and that is the main reason why we actually fell in love with this racetrack as a team and as a broadcast team, because like you just mentioned, you can run all the way to the bottom onto the white line. You could run the second and third lane. You could run the upper middle lane, and then you could run the wall, basically, and you're going to generate at least some type of run off of 2 and 4. Now, the question is, how long are these guys going to be able to run full throttle around this racetrack? Because I do know 10 to 15 laps into a run, you start getting tight on exit, and your problem spots are going to be the turn 2 wall and turn 4 wall. So we need to keep a close eye on that for these guys as well.
Yeah, so qualifying has finished up. It is going to be, I don't want to go through my grid. I'm really scared to push this button. I really am. But I want to try and see what happens.
I believe
it is Lee Campbell in P1. Andrew, how you pronounce his last name again? I want to make sure we get these names right.
Andrew Teft.
Okay. And Cody Bonelli. Once again, I'm the redneck of the group, as you can already tell. Todd is the Yankee of the group. You can already tell that. There you go. So Cody, I believe Bonelli is in third. Dale Prokop, how is it we say? Valquette, is that how we say his last name? Valquette?
Yeah, Vilquette. Villiquette.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So they are, of course, in the ARCA cars. John Connor, Troy Thomas, Trevor Woodward out of Canada, William Kelly will start in 8th. Michael Cole, that is not the Michael Cole from WWE, Todd. I know you was curious.
Oh, man.
That. I know you
was curious. Hoping it was.
Brandon Honeycomb, I just seen Crash. I seen his team name is Driving Extreme Incorporated. That match still perfect. He is out of Elizabeth, Tennessee, by the way, which is literally about 30 minutes, about 20 minutes from me. So not far at all. And 10th, of course, in the other series as well. You can see that blue series, which is the, what series again? Is that the
the blue
Gen
series? Next Gen.
Next Gen, okay. I want to make sure as well. Of course, you've got Blair Holloman and Curtis Eckler there as well. A little bit further back, you can see Terry Fadal, Colin McDonald. I'm probably butchering his name. We'll get used to these names once we go through it and stuff. Kirby Wayne Scott. Cooper right there in 16. We got 21 drivers in here, so it should be really fun, Todd. This race is only 70 laps, so it's actually not a real long race, but it is something that we still got to keep an eye on when it comes to pit stops. What are you thinking when it comes to pit stops? I meant to get rid of the lights, by the way, on the screen.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be gone. But what do you think when it comes to pit stops? How many laps? Do we have an idea how many laps? Because I did not actually check and see what their fuel run is. I should have.
I did not look either, but I do know with the trucks we could at least, if it's a full tank, I think they can at least run 30 or 35 or 40 laps on a run. It would mean that the Gen 6 and Next Gen and ARCA all can run longer, I want to say, than that. But we're going to have to keep an eye on that for sure.
We got some stats and stuff that we'll pass along as this race goes green. It should be a fun one, Tom, but I'm going to let you take it from here as we're coming out of turn number 4.
All right, getting ready for the pace car to come down for the first race of the year here for the Racers Elite Multi-Class Series. Coming to the coming to the start-finish line. Green flag is out. And we're underway here at Auto Club Speedway.
My spotter is supposed to be turned off, by the way, but we will skip that for now as we head through the tri-oval. Going down into turn 1, you can already see races 3 to 4 wide, but these ARCA cars already checking out over the field.
Yep. Really fanning out here through 1 and 2, coming off of turn 2. Hopefully we got another wreck right here off of turn 2 and up onto the wall. Yellow flag is out.
Multiple cars spinning to the inside of the wall. You can see that is the 88 to the inside. That is Waylon Burkham, I believe how you say his name. A couple other cars was involved. Jesse Fox looks like he may have been involved. Don't look like there's a lot of serious damage. Kirby Wayne Scott looks like in that race. That's a nice number 10 car. I want to point that out. That is, of course, in the NASCAR Toyota Camry Gen 6. I believe that might be the next gen, I believe. The blue is what color again? Gen 6?
Next gen.
Next gen, okay. That's right. Pink is next gen, or Gen 6. So you can see that as we will try to back this up a little bit if we can and see if we can get a replay. Hopefully it will show us a little bit further as we look here at the number 69. Jency Fox going through turns 1 and 2. You can see it looks like it happened. Oh, the 03 just got loose and 69 actually. 03 road defense. The 03, of course, of Cooper road defense a little bit. And then there were some other cars trying to check up and avoid it. But Lee Campbell currently your race leader here. And Tandem ARCA 4, the ARCA cars, they just checked out really fast. And kind of surprised to see how quick they was able to get out. But kind of what we've seen in practice as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we can get a long green flag run, how long it's going to take for everybody else to kind of catch up to these ARCA cars. Because granted, the Gen 4/ARCA car has, I believe, the most power than any car out here. Am I right?
Yeah, I believe so. We know that the next gen don't have the horsepower like the ARCA. We know that for sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they don't have it as the Gen 6 as well. So I'm pretty sure that they do have the most horsepower. I do want to mention one thing. We talked about Jesse Fox as he is on pit road. He is fairly still new, still learning a little bit. He hasn't got his first win. Of course, he is with the Outsiders team. He's chasing his first win, but he does have 4 top 5s, 20 top 10s, which is impressive, but still learning. Once again, that really wasn't his fault, but at the same time, you guys can see the sponsors as well in the bottom right-hand corner. This series does use a live race control, AMR, which is pretty awesome. We learned that the other night during the Snowball Derby that these guys ran. Fantastic race. Definitely way different than what we expected for our outcome anyway, thanks to me. But we noticed that they do use the live race spot or live race control. Todd. That makes a big difference because really he has no favorites, so he will handle all the race control stuff and stuff like that, wave arounds. Because I did read something earlier about wave arounds, or they might have trouble with lucky dogs and stuff like that. Maybe a manual lucky dog.
Yeah, from what I can tell, or from what I gathered from that information, that because you sent it to me earlier, there really is no lucky dog candidate for multi-class racing. So what they have to do is if you're ahead of the lead lap cars when they get the 1 to green signal in game, they will manually wave everybody around in front of those lead lap cars.
Yeah.
Unless there's a lead lap car in front of you and you're a lap down, you will not get the wave around and you will actually get moved to the back of the pack.
We got some commercials and stuff that we're going to be playing during the race as well. You guys make sure to check out Admin Box. I need to look in myself to get one, especially if we do happen to get back in to broadcasting a little bit more besides one series, if I ever do that. They look really cool, I'm not going to lie. So we will be looking at the Admin Box commercial as well. And if you guys have a league or are interested in maybe running your own league or something like that, definitely check out Admin Box, as well as the other sponsors. I know that these guys got quite a bit of sponsors, which is always a good thing.
Yes, they do.
I was surprised, I'm not going to lie, because he sent me the list. I was like, okay, there's like 1 or 2. There's like 10.
Yeah, and I will say, coming from a former league owner myself, I know what it takes to run these leagues. And if you've got quite a bit of sponsors, that actually helps you out in the long run, because then it kind of offsets some of the stuff coming out of your pocket.
For sure. We're riding on
and it opens.
Not WWE, but go ahead, Todd. We're riding on more for this restart.
Yeah, and it also opens up some of the stuff for like prizes and stuff at the end of the year too. So pace cars coming back down pit road, entering the restart zone now, and the green flag is back out here at Auto Club.
Green flag back out there. We are riding on board with the 76 Toyota. You guys can see that these cars will start fanning out everywhere around the truck right behind him. And you can already see the ARCA cars already checking out up in front. Not surprising. Once again, we're going to be expecting that. I think that's something we can come to expect now all night.
Yeah, looking at the leader here, I believe this is the 14 of
Lee Campbell.
The ARCA cars, really starting to gain a few tenths here on second place of the ARCA cars here as they're looking for battle for second place.
The race is actually going to be right now with the next class in line, which is the pink class, which I believe is the Gen 6. John Connor, Trevor Woodward, and that is the 97 Krispy Kreme. He's probably going to win the race because he's got the best donut in the world on his car. And as soon as I say that, Todd, now we're starting to see the next gen look underneath the 6 as well. So we got a battle right there for first as well in that class with Brendan Honeycutt and Curtis Ecker. Honeycutt currently leading. Ecker ran the high side, Todd. That's one thing we will see with this next gen car is that highlight probably with every class, I'm guessing, will start to come in eventually. We'll start seeing cars move up.
Yep, and as I'm rolling through the field here, starting to see a mixture of some of these trucks and next-gen cars dropping towards the back. I do know some of these Gen 6 cars are dropping to the back as well, but that's because they're losing that draft with the other classes ahead of them. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes for this long run to come in, because going through 1 and 2 here, I'm looking, looks like we got 3 or 4 wide at least right now, coming off of 2.
Yeah, Andrew right now, of course, the league owner, was actually getting passed by the next gen, or the Gen 6 of John Connor. Andrew right now is running the highline in that ARCA car, of course. That's kind of surprising, seeing how good all these other ARCA cars, but you see the Gen 6 right now going to the inside. Of course, that is battle for the lead as well. As the 6 of Trevor Woodward on his outside. You've got the mix of another battle. I mean, this whole group right here really for position for the most part.
Yeah, as I'm currently riding on the 4th spot here for the next-gen cars is Michael Cole. Currently a half a second behind that class leader of, I believe that's Woodward. See what speed he enters in turn 3 here, about a 184. Let's see when he picks the throttle back up what mile per hour it is as he's under fire from the 3.
Ridiculous how fast these things go.
I want to say it was about 170 is when 169, 170 is when he picks it back up. So it's crazy to see how far these guys throw it into the corner and how much throttle time they're off into the corner, as I believe we got one up into the wall further up in the field.
We also got the trucks now, first and second going out. I'm looking at Nathan Emerson. He's going 191 miles an hour. But looks like he may be getting passed by Alex Gates. That will take over possibly the class lead. It will take over the class lead if the 77 is able to get around him. And it looks like, and you guys can see the miles per hour as well, but it looks like the 77 of Alex Gates looked like he may be able to take the spot away using that higher lane.
One thing I do want to mention is you see some of these guys dipping down below the white line. They can actually run down here on this racetrack. There is no out of bounds here.
Yeah, good call. The new class leader, the 77, takes over the class and for the truck series. Alex Gates goes to the point. Second right now, still very close here in the Gen 6. Blair Holloman and Curtis Ecker right now still pretty much, well, I wasn't going to say nose to tail, but they actually got a little bit of space between them. And then John Connor, of course, in the next gen, has his hands full with the whole group behind him.
But your current overall leader right now for the Gen 6s is Connor, leading Woodward by about 2.5 tenths or so.
Krispy Kreme Ford Mustang side by side behind them. That is for position. The 6 and the 70, that's William Kelly, and the 6 of Trevor Woodward. We're still trying to get used to the names. We'll get to that point where, and now it's not side by side for the lead, by the way. Now they're side by side for the lead.
Yes.
As the 70 is now looking underneath John Connor here into turn number 4, and Connor Kelly, I'm sorry, with a big run out of turn 4. Not sure if he's gonna be able to get it or not, but
I do not think so. I think Connor did lead that lap, as you see Kelly sliding in behind him. Really good race going on right now.
Yeah, actually, they've done a really good job so far, considering how much multi-class racing is going on around the track. Todd, one thing I want to mention is that next week, and I know it's still a little bit early because we're only on lap 12, as you see the 13 next gen going to try to get into the Gen 6 and 70. One thing next week, Todd, is we go to Talladega. That is going to be really interesting because we're not entirely sure how it's going to work with these cars drafting with each other.
I believe these guys ran. I think what was it? Last night they ran a fun race or something, and it was at Talladega.
And I didn't get to watch it really because I'm more focused on getting the broadcast stuff set up.
Yep.
So I didn't really get to focus on the racing.
And I don't know if they were just kind of messing around. Like I said, I don't know if it was a fun race or not, but I did see some of the stuff where you would actually see a truck getting pushed by a next-gen car, and the bumpers actually lined up, and they were actually faster than some of the other cars out there on the racetrack. But at the same time,
if you could use that to your advantage next week, that's going to be massive.
Yes.
Like, honestly. A little bit further back, we remember the cars that we see that got involved with the wreck earlier. You see Jesse Fox right there, currently running 20th. Not really where he wants to be. But right now, a lot of positions in front of him as far as class. You got Cooper right in front of him, though, 3. He was also, I believe he went for a spin as well. Actually, he rode the wall during that crash. But really, all 4 of these trucks now kind of at the field right now. So we're seeing the trucks probably be a little bit slower. I mean, I know Alex right now up in 13th overall, currently leading. Nathan's 15th overall. But really, you're seeing the trucks kind of start to slip back a little bit, which is not surprising.
No, it's not surprising. But I will say that who is it? Lee Campbell still out front by quite a bit on the rest of this field.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see how long it takes for him to decide when to come down to pit road.
Running that for 14. You know whose paint scheme that is right there, though?
That is Carl Edwards.
I will tell you something cool about Lee Campbell.
Okay.
He is the long-standing league member. He has been with them apparently from the NASCAR heat days, which is pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. So Lee Campbell up front right now in that Archer car, leading the way. Of course, we mentioned Andrew a little bit earlier. You see him. He is the league owner. You guys can see that right there on your screen. He is the one that contacted us to do this. Hopefully we're doing a good job. If not, give us a thumbs down and make fun of us. We don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, it might hurt Todd's feelings a little bit, but, you know.
It ain't going to hurt my feelings because we've been out of this for so long.
That is true. We're
well, he's more rustier than I am. So.
That is true, because you've done, like, small broadcasts with, like, other types of stuff. Andrew, of course, is in the, I like his team name, Pick and Coop Racing Team.
Yes, that is an awesome name.
League owner, of course, he is the brother of Alex, who I don't think is actually running in here tonight. He is not, but 24 times he has won the Racers Elite winner. And this right here is what's really mind-blowing. 148 top 5s, 274 stars. Impressive.
Wow.
That's very impressive. Because, trust me, they don't normally run multi-class. You're like, well, there's only like 4 in this class. I get it. But this is the first time that we think that they've actually done this style of racing. So, pretty impressive to have that many top 5s.
So, I don't mean to go back to the front of the whole fielder and everything.
No,
but
something too. I think you're about to mention it.
Lee Campbell, every time he comes off of 2 now, even though it's only been 18 laps into this race, he's starting to get a little loose off of 4 or off of 2, and that just means that he's really starting to use that right rear up. Once he starts using that up more, some of these guys, like these Gen 6s and Next Gens, are actually going to start closing the gap in on him and eventually pass him.
You say that, and I've been watching Dale Prokop behind him, DPV as you call him, and I've kind of been watching. That gap has actually closed quite a bit in the past, 3 laps or so. And when I say quite a bit, I mean it was into the seconds. It is now under 6/10 in the 9 car. Definitely running down this race leader, and we are on 19, so we are still a little ways away from pit stop time. Or at least we will imagine.
I would expect anywhere between 30 and 45 to see some of these guys come down pit road. Hopefully it's under green. If not, it's not a big deal because then we can get our sponsor readouts and our commercials in and stuff like that. But
I will tell you something interesting, and you mentioned it. You talked about the blue is the next gen, correct?
Yes.
The blue is the next gen. There they come. They have really started showing the next gen, one thing that the next gen is good at, I'm not the biggest fan of the next gen cars personally, but the longevity, and you can see them right here, they're racing for the lead.
Holy!
And they're splitting second as Curtis Eckler still holding on. But you're seeing
That's
the
what I'm
longevity
talking about.
of tires, like, because the ARCA cars, the tires wear a lot more. Next gen, not so much because there's not as much horsepower, which is why people want more horsepower in the next gen. I'm one of those. As you see the 32 wall right there, Blair Holloman. But as they're going to run leader. I mean, this is completely kind of unexpected to what I thought would happen.
Yeah, watch as he goes into 3 here. See what kind of lane he runs. Okay, so he's definitely going to ride the wall again here.
Yep. The
in 3 and 4.
19 and 32, both up on the high side.
Yep. Watch how big of a run they get. See, right there, you could already tell they're really pulling away from Lee Campbell as the 9 starting to close in on the 14 now.
But really, we've got a battle for the next gen, the class lead, and for the ARCA lead. I kind of don't know which one to watch. I'm just kind of going back and forth here as trying to figure out.
And trust me,
go ahead.
We will go back and take a look at the other 2 classes here once these battles kind of subside, which I do believe.
Yeah, because we got a battle for the trucks too. I mean, it's literally, we might have a pass right here. It's now. Well, let's go ahead and jump back to it. The who is that? Is that Nathan Emerson right now on the back bumper of Alex Gates? That is for Lisa. We got battles in 3 different classes, Todd, and 23 laps on all tires. Very impressive.
Very impressive. Along with, normally when we do these multi-class races, it's usually on road, and we are kind of dumbfounded sometimes on what to watch because there's so many good battles, and we just kind of pick and choose. But it's kind of even harder to do it here on the oval because it's crazy.
It is way different. I mean, it's very impressive. And you see right here the 2 Miller line truck almost sliding up into the 77 of Alex Gates, and Emerson, though, looking like he's got those out front. Here we go.
Here we go. ARCA cars coming down pit road.
There you go.
Lee Campbell and the 9 coming down.
So it makes you wonder, how the ARCA cars not getting the full amount of fuel that we would see from the other series. So as
possibly
they
not.
That is something that we didn't look at either.
So this tells me right here, they're coming down here on lap 24 to 25. I think these guys can make it on one more stop coming in down on right around lap 50.
We got people checking in on Twitch, by the way. Thank you for watching. Appreciate that. Appreciate your kind words. As battle right now, still for the lead, Todd.
Yeah, I'm currently watching this run off of pit road here. Looks like everybody has gotten away
all the
without any
really
issues.
Closed up, didn't they? Like Andrew got on the pit road really nice. He actually, looking at the fastest pit stop for the ARCA series, it looks like it will go to Lee Campbell with a 44.4 total time on pit road. That's where a lot of these races can be won or lost, by the way, if you do not know. Probably do know that, but he had a 44.4 total time on pit road. Dale had a 45 flat, 44.7 for Cody, and Andrew had a 44.9. Very close on pits in general. Fastest pit stop, however, was DPV was a 14.4. Gosh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use that or not. That's interesting to say.
First Gen 6 car coming down pit road now is the 6 of Woodward, as we still have a good battle here for the Gen 6 lead between Thomas and Connor. See Connor going to go up to the high lane here. Thomas going to go to the bottom and try to slide job him, but it doesn't look like he's going to have enough off of turn 2, and that's what you get when you run the top lane. You get all that momentum off of turn 2, and it slings you past the guy underneath of you, and it helps you to defend that spot very well.
Troy Thomas, you see that Mountain Dew number 3 car. I want to say, as much as I love the trucks, and you can still see the sparks shooting out from this Gen 6 car, that is just the car bottoming down on the racetrack. There is a lot of bumps here at Auto Club, and I mean a lot of bumps here at Auto Club. But all that is, some of these cars are a little bit higher. The Gen 6 hits a little bit lower to the ground, especially the splitter that they have. It's really low to the ground, unlike the next gen.
Yeah, if I'm Thomas in the 3, I would try to maybe run the high lane a little bit lower than the 97 of Connor to try and gain that kind of get that draft, but also get that run like he's getting at the same time. Now he's going to try here off of 4. Not going to be enough, but
and that's the thing.
See, there you go. That's what he's got to do.
That's what you told me whenever I was doing the truck series here. Is it's weird to say, but you're basically driving these turns now. If you're going to pass on the inside like a dirt track, you basically have to slide drop the guy going into the corner.
Steve Thomas going to try again.
Oh, very close.
Not going to happen because the 97 had that run off of turn 2 again. I did see as we were passing pit road, we did have some trucks come down pit road as well.
Yeah, all the trucks did pit, by the way. And honestly enough, all of them are together now. So we're seeing that. All these classes are starting to get together because of pit stop, because you have to pit around the same time, which is really cool to see. Now we got another car on pit road, Todd. That is the 10. That is the next gen car coming in.
Okay.
He is on pit road. I'm sorry, that is the next gen? That is the Gen 6. I'm sorry.
Right now, coming down the backstretch, does look like the 3 did have a run off turn 2 to clear the 97, but look at here. You got the 70 running with the 97 up on the top side here in 3 and 4, and that actually helped the 97, but you see now the 70 going to kind of try and split through.
Ooh.
Try to take the middle.
These are the Gen 6, by the way. I apologize.
Yes, Gen 6 are pink.
I keep forgetting. I need to write something down for myself and for the stream as well, because I know I ain't the only one having trouble with all these different colors. We will have that new overlay, hopefully. By the way, up front, paint for the lead.
Yep, here comes
Honeycutt has taken the lead.
I do see that.
Yep. He was a guy. Now, was he the one that won in the Snowball Derby? He was, correct?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
yes, he was
like
for this league.
$100 yeah. So, it actually drove the same type of paint scheme, by the way. He is out of Elizabeth, Tennessee. Once again, pretty close to me. Actually, I lived there for a little bit. But, yeah, currently in the lead now. He just took away from Michael Cole, by the way. We got cars pitting.
Yep, we do have the top 3 of the Gen 6 class. As you've seen, the 6 go past and get his lap back. Let's check around and see what happens here with the rest of these classes here out on the racetrack.
Yeah, the trucks are still really close. The trucks are really nose to tail for that class lead with Alex Gates and Nathan Emerson, I'm sorry. And let me see, I think I got a note here somewhere on Nathan.
Okay.
If I can find my Discord, there it is. Let me make sure he's not new. I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe he is new. Yeah, he is still fairly new this league, so I do not have a note for him. So I lied. Actually, I believe Gates as well. Yeah, Gates as well does not have it. Want to mention that Honeycutt is on pit road. He pitted for the lead. He is a long-standing member as well. 15 wins, 81 top 5s, and 198 starts for Brandon Honeycutt. So Lee Campbell takes the lead. By the way, Todd, he has taken the lead. Whoa, we had an issue, Todd.
Okay.
DPV may have got caught speeding on pit road. And he is now dropped way back behind the class. He was the one that run down Lee Campbell for that top spot. Now Campbell out by himself over second place of Andrew, now who sits second. Cody Bonelli currently actually just they're side by side for that second spot. So unfortunately, bad circumstances for the 9 car in the ARCA Series class. Right now, Todd, I don't know if we're going to get one.
Yeah, I don't think the way everybody is so spaced out, I don't think we're going to see a yellow. If it were to happen, it would be something from the effects of some of these guys on older tires versus like the ARCA car. I'm not picking on the ARCA car at all, but sometimes that tire wears out quicker than the others, or sometimes the tire is colder than the other ones, and you can get really loose like that as well.
Yeah, that's one thing we noticed earlier was the. By the way, did you see the 39 on track anywhere, Colin McDonald?
Oh, my job! Gone wrong here. The 19 into the wall. I believe that was an ARCA car trying to slide job him.
Andrew hard into the wall. That could cost totaling damage, Todd. These ARCA cars are pretty tough, though.
Yeah, that didn't affect the ARCA car, but yeah, like you said, that next gen, it's very picky on how much you hit that wall.
That's something you got to keep an eye on. We are back live. We just need a replay of that. So with that said, Todd, after our first green set of yellow or pit stops, we will take a quick break and get a commercial in. So I want to make sure we get these guys sponsor commercials in for the Advent box or Button box. So we will be right back right after this.
Welcome back to Auto Club Speedway, as we got a big battle here for the lead in the next gen class. It looks like it is basically the top three. You got Honeycutt, Holloman, and Ecker all racing for the lead here in this class.
Yeah, you see Andrew right there actually get up into the wall once again. Right now the battle is going to be for the... Actually, Todd, I'm lying. This is actually for second. Ecker right now quite a bit ahead of these guys. I didn't realize he was that far ahead of them. So Holland trying to run him down. He does have 2-lap pressure tires. Honeycutt has 3-lap pressure tires that are current lead. Battle back in the truck class, Todd. These guys have not separated. I want to mention that.
No.
And I'm looking at their I rating. Don't ever say I rating will judge somebody, because these guys in the trucks are doing a fantastic job. I mean, honestly, this has been a heck of a race between Alex Gates and Nathan Emerson. Really running nose to tail pretty much all race. And we're already past halfway officially now in this race. And right now we have 3 cars currently 1 lap down or more.
Yep.
Michael Cole being the first car lap down. Glad BPV did not go a lap down. And his penalty was a drive-through, by the way. That is one thing we noticed, Todd, whenever we was in the Snowball Derby. The race control here does not show favorites to nobody.
No, sir, they don't. As the 70 makes past these truck leaders here running for the class lead, yeah, they really don't care who you are. They don't care what you do, as long as it's within their rule book that they can give you that penalty. They will do it.
We got a new contender for this truck series lead. He blinked out a little bit, but it is the 03 of Cooper has closed his gap in on both of these guys, and really all 3 on the same set of tires. Here comes the 9 ARCA car. We should see the ARCA car go around these guys pretty quickly. But good battle here for this truck league. All 3 trucks now running nose to tail for that top spot. Everything else, I'm looking. Everything else still kind of spaced out. Right here's your biggest battle, of course, is in the truck series with Gates Emerson and is it Rich? Is that how you say his last name? Or Roch?
I think so. I'm not entirely sure.
We're gonna have to understand his
Yeah,
we'll get it and make sure. Once again,
but
guys, if you do not mind, this is, so for people that do not know, we broadcast on our Facebook channel as well, Trackside Racing Network. We are broadcasting under the Racers Elite on YouTube and on Twitch to help build their channel up a little bit, hopefully. So if you guys do not mind, make sure you subscribe and follow on Twitch and YouTube, and we will be back again, of course, next Monday night for the Talladega race.
Yeah, and like we said before, it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. From what I'm gathering so far in this race, Talladega is going to be as crazy as this, if not like 100 times
I
crazier.
think it's going to be crazier. Yeah, I think it will. And I want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors real quick. I know it's kind of a little off topic before we go into the rest of the schedule. AMR Race Control, AMR Paintworks, GRR Sports, Speed Zone Race Control, 213simware.com, KS Designs. I know they gave Brandon Honeycutt a free paint, I believe, for when who we're watching now, for when the Snowball Derby. Admin Box, GTR. If you haven't checked out GTR, definitely do so. Fanatec, one of the best wheels that you can buy on the market, and McConey Setup Shop does really decent setups. We actually won a lot of races in the McConey Setup Shop setups.
Yep.
So definitely check them out. Honestly, if you're on a budget, go with McConey because the setup prices are not bad. We'll say that.
Yeah.
So, real quick, as we're watching Honeycutt right now, Battle of the 32, this is a battle for the second position in class. And sorry, I was looking at something else. I was about to say Lee Campbell was first. What happened? I see that he's back to fourth now overall. So next week we go to Talladega. That is a 70-lap race. And then we have 2 weeks off. We got the Christmas holiday and New Year's Day. So we'll have 2 weeks off. And then it's just a straight shot to the final. We go to Charlotte, which is really going to be fun because it's a lot smaller track and not a lot of room. It's going to be really fun for us to call this race, I think, especially with a class race. Daytona Road Course. That's going to be wild. That'll be really fun. I don't really know which car I think it could be. I think next gen because the 5 gears and stuff like that could change it a little bit. And then after that, just to let you all know, we go to Michigan, Todd's home track. That should be a fun one. One thing you will notice about the track, there is no short tracks because multi-class racing and short track would be a pain to cover for us.
Well, and not only that, it would definitely be a pain for these drivers to get through the lap traffic.
It would be absolutely crazy. So we do Michigan. Oh, 14's at a Walt Todd. Lee Campbell. Oh, that's your race leader overall. Well, was your class leader? I'm sorry. Let's see what happened. Hold on a minute. That's a big one.
Did he just get a little loose?
I think it happened going into turn one. I'm watching him now. Cody takes over the lead in the 90 cars. So here we go into turn one. He was running the high line. And once you hit that wall, it just keeps you up there for a while. And that's what happened. He's just actually running the high line too much. And he is on his pit road. So is Cody as well. So we will get back to the schedule here in just a minute as the ARCA cars are back on pit road. So Todd, we're only seeing them go like 20-something laps. Keep in mind, we did have that early yellow. So that's why we see them go a little bit longer in the first section, I guess we could say. So back to the. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's kind of like what I had talked about earlier. They came down on about lap 24, 25. This time it's a little bit earlier than what we had thought about. So, I mean, everything's playing out. These guys should have enough fuel to make it to the end. Now, if I'm an ARCA car and if I can get behind a truck or a next-gen car, I would definitely draft. I would hold my spot, save about 3 or 4 laps of fuel, and try to run this out to the end.
Possibly, yeah, I agree. And that's one thing that we always work on. Those people that don't know, Todd, of course, is a member of our race team. He's the co-owner of our race team. He does a lot of sponsor. He does keep up with the draft and stuff like that. It can save you quite a bit of gas. It is tough to save 4 laps with such a big track, but it is possible to save a little bit for sure. Especially, you can save 2 laps here.
Easily.
So, will that play out? Possibly. But watch it. Just a mixed bag right here with the truck series. Kind of all over the place as pit stops starting to kind of get back in the way for some cars. So you're starting to see some other classes move up through the field as you're looking overall at your race leader. Let me jump back up to Honeycutt. Honeycutt right now battling for the race lead, Todd. he was actually a lot further back, so he has closed his gap in quite a bit on Curtis Eckler.
Yeah, currently I see it's actually less than a tenth of a second as they're battling for their lead, as Honeycutt looks like he's jumped Ecker for the lead now.
Yeah, side by side right now, going through the corner as Honeycutt looks like, yes, he's going to slide up. Good textbook pass. That's exactly what you need to do. So,
yep, be interesting to see if Ecker can come back down here in 3 and 4 to try to do the same to Honeycutt.
Yeah, Honeycutt does a good job of cutting that off. To our schedule, Michigan, that's going to be very similar to what we're seeing now, different lanes.
Yep.
The difference is it's going to be afternoon, so tires should wear a little bit better with a hotter track, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And then we go to Pocono. That's interesting. I don't know what to expect from there yet.
Yeah.
Here's the big one to me. The next two are really big. We go to Atlanta, but it's the 2008 Atlanta, which I absolutely love that we're going there.
Yes.
Because I love that track. That place will eat your tires up. Whoever manages tires is going to win the races. Just to say that. Then we go to Las Vegas. Las Vegas, another interesting track in my mind. Because once again, the lane kind of changes up towards the wall. Texas, and then we end the season at Daytona for the season finale, which is pretty cool. The end of that Daytona.
Yeah, so it looks like we got 25 to go here in this race. Let's do a quick class-by-class rundown. Currently, in the Gen 6, you have Connor leading Thomas by 3.4 seconds. And then you got Cole in third, Kelly in fourth, and Woodward currently out of this race. And then you got the truck class. You got Emerson leading, I think it's Radich.
Maybe that's it, Radich. That sounds about right.
Yeah, about 3 seconds bouncing between. Actually, I believe they are, actually Emerson and Radich are all on pit. The trucks are all on pit road according to this now.
There you go. Yep, they are on pit road.
So, and then you got Gates running fourth, Burcham fifth, and another Burcham. I did not realize that we had 2 Burchams in here.
Yep.
Running sixth in that class. Does look like Honeycutt is going to come down pit road this time. Possibly. No, he's going to stay out as he's leading Ecker by about 2.9 seconds.
If he's smart, he will stay out about 2 laps longer than Ecker.
Yeah.
We got a good battle for the ARCA series. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, we could let's jump to that class because I cannot see it here on my overlay.
You're good.
I'll let you call that out.
Andrew currently in the lead. How about Andrew taking the lead late in this race with 23 laps to go? Currently, Cody Bonelli. And Cody's been trying to get around him a 98, using that high line, Todd, and able to defend. And not super surprised that you're able to defend. But these guys really been nose to tail. I do want to mention that Dale is still trying to work back up to there. He will not get there in time with unless we have the yellow. But Lee Campbell currently looking on at these two as they battle. He kind of wants them to battle each other and go back and forth. And now it looks like we do have a lead change. Cody Bonelli does take the lead officially from Andrew for now in the 98. So the 90 goes to the point. Now we're waiting on to see when Honeycutt and Terry Fidel comes down. The 50 Terry, I love that car, by the way. Really cool looking thing. I'm not 100% sure. Let me see if I got stats on him. I think I did. I do. He only has 1 top 5, 6 top 10s in 20 starts. That ain't too bad, 20 starts, though.
We got a problem here with Honeycutt.
I've seen it.
He's dropping connection.
Yeah, I've seen that he was blinking really bad, so
yeah.
Hopefully he does not drop. That would be pretty bad. Don't want to see that. Real quick.
How do they want us to do interviews at the end of this?
We will be interviewing every stage, every class winner. Cody Kennedy checking in, by the way, Todd.
Hey!
Cody Kennedy. He's a pretty good driver in his own right. Starting to race some legends in real life. I believe that you're going to be helping sponsor a little bit of that.
Yep, we do have some stuff that's going to be coming out here later this spring before the season comes out. So I do believe that we may be announcing some of that stuff here on our Trackside Esports Facebook page.
Hopefully
So
get
stay
some
tuned
live
to that.
videos and stuff of him racing. That'd be pretty cool to get
Mm-hmm.
at least some video of him racing. I know that he did a big learning curve last year. Troy Thomas, by the way, on pit road,
Yeah.
he was second in class in the 3 car. That is in the Pink Series class, Todd. That is the next gen, correct? Yes. That is the next
No,
gen.
that's Ben
Gen
6.
6. I will eventually learn these. Here comes the race leader, John Connor, in the Gen 6 car. One thing that we learned, and I learned this the other day when we went in to watch a teammate race at Auto Club.
Yep.
I never realized how much time you could literally save by cutting some of the pit road off here.
Yeah, you could definitely cut some of the pit road off and not get a penalty for cutting the pit road off. And it's crazy how you could do that. I'm at a loss for words for it.
Yeah, because that's something normally iRacing don't implement that penalty, but NASCAR probably, I guess they might. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. They may not even implement it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Cody's still leading Andrew. Lee Campbell still third in that class. Brandon Honeycutt is
Honeycutt,
on pit road. Yep.
Yep, I was just going to say Honeycutt coming down pit road.
24
laps,
by the way, is what he was able to run on this set of tires with fuel.
Yeah,
So-
as we're now under 20 to go here in this race, I would look to see how much longer these ARCA cars can run.
Yeah, we are. Let's see. I'm looking now. Yeah, I don't think they can run that far, Todd. 11 laps already. So you could see somebody short pit and maybe not take tires.
Mm-hmm.
And really, if we do that, I think it's worth the risk if you're further back, especially if you're a guy like Dale. I think it's somewhat worth the risk, or maybe, I don't want to say for Lee Campbell because he's not far behind, but it could be worth that risk just because I don't know if we're going to have enough time. I know that the lap times will be a little bit different, probably like a second or two a lap, but taking fuel, just a splash of gas might be all you need. I think that, I don't know if you want to see guys take 4.
Another thing.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Another thing is this truck battle for the lead in the
That's
class
what I
here
was
is starting to
looking
heat
for.
up as well.
These guys have been separated all night. Like, they have literally seen each other's bumper all night.
Yeah, and I believe these guys can definitely make it on fuel to the end of this race, being
Yes, they can.
coming to 17 to go. But if I'm Gates, I sit here and I run behind
Yeah,
Emerson
that's the indication, pushing.
to the last lap.
So what I'm seeing is Emerson actually has 1 lap better than Gates. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct, unless he hit it behind the line. But I'm pretty sure it is. But anyway, Gates has 1 lap more than Emerson, so Emerson should have a little bit more fuel, maybe. It ain't much, but I mean, honestly, with him running behind him, it don't matter. It's, never mind, we got to pass for the lead.
We got a pass for the lead, and we also have an ARCA car coming down pit road as well.
Yep.
I can't tell. I believe that's
Andrew,
the
98. Yep.
Oh, yep.
So your league owner coming down pit road.
This is a great call, in my opinion.
It is a great call. New race leader in the trucks. Andrew Gates goes to the point. These two have been in class all by themselves in the truck series.
Yes.
Now, we got some new stuff coming to iRacing tomorrow.
I'm really excited for
I
it.
would love to see a series come out racing the new supercars on Oval.
Yes.
That would be something I would love to see. Cody Benelli on pit road, by the way, Todd, in the 90 ARCA car.
Yeah, and that's kind of going to hurt him as well, because I don't think he's going to have enough time to catch up to Andrew Teft, who came down a lap before him.
So we may have a change for the lead in that series. As can Lee Campbell get around Andrew? Don't think so. He will not. Lee Campbell now has to get around Andrew, but the problem is they both did take tires, but Lee Campbell actually put 3 laps before, so Andrew should be quicker with the 3-lap fresher tires. Now it's going to be where will Cody kind of fall in this mix. He's exited pit road. We will see how this shakes out, and Andrew's still on the racetrack.
Gates on pit road.
There you go. So we got trucks on pit road as well, so they cannot make it. And here you go, your ARCA race lead Can Andrew get around him for the race lead? Yes, he does. Now, how much is going to be the question. Currently, right now, sitting at about a second, and that is climbing pretty fast. So I'm going to say a second and a half is what he'll get at. Okay, so he will stay at a second. So Andrew now has it. We will see how much difference the tires make. Andrew's really going to have to drive that car hard.
He's definitely putting it.
Battle he's for second spot, Todd, in the Gen 6, I believe, with Honeycutt. Is that the next gen?
Next gen is blue.
Yeah, so next gen. So battle was for second. That is, Honeycutt takes it away. Now he will set his sights on trying to run out Blair Hoffman, who has not pitted, by the way.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how long it takes for him to come down pit road.
He's got a pit. He's been out there 17 laps. You can't make it 12 more laps.
Yeah. Ooh, big slide from Andrew Teft here. Coming up. He's really driving this car, and it's blowing my mind right now.
We'll hop on board and ride with him because, why not? You can see the wheel. That's one thing about these ARCA cars. To me, this is the hardest car to drive in the series. I'm being honest. You're good. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, he's really driving the wheels off of this car, and it's putting me at a loss of words. Like, I can't get a whole sentence out like I can right now. I don't know how,
Look at that wheel.
Yeah.
That's the thing with these ARCA cars. They got so much more horsepower. I really wish we would get a new ARCA car. I do. But, man, these things, ARCA, if you could drive an ARCA car, and I know it is a D-class car for iRacing. For people who don't know what D is, that is a step above rookies. Before you get into the trucks, Xfinity next gen. The ARCA car is by far the hardest car to drive for the Oval Series, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I hope that we do get, like you said, we get a new... I don't think we necessarily need a new ARCA car, per se. I think we just need a rescan of the bodies, because...
The bodies, yeah. Yeah, leave us with the same horsepower and everything else. Just give us an updated body on them. Because these bodies are really old. If you're going to keep this body, bring in a ARCA car with the same amount of horsepower, keep these still in the Legacy series, so whatever you want to do with them. Waylon Burkham is on pit road. We haven't talked a lot about the brothers. They haven't really had a big night for night in the 88 and the 48. Really, there's a couple other trucks there, or cars that we have not really spoke about just because they haven't had a great night. Andrew right now, by the way, leading Lee Campbell by 1.5 seconds. So Andrew has actually gapped both of these guys, as you got a battle right now for the second in class in ARCA series. And it looks like Cody's trying to take away second to the inside in that 90 car. He does. That's just 4-lap pressure tires.
Connor still leading the Gen 6 class. He's currently out about 5.6 seconds.
Yeah, by quite a bit, actually. He's done a really good job in the 97 Krispy Kreme Ford. It's good to see some Fords in here. A lot of people don't run the Fords, and I'm not the biggest Ford fan ever, but it's good to see them, because really you see just people run, mainly Chevys anymore, or Toyotas, but not a lot. A couple Toyotas in here.
Working our way down to about 7 laps to go here in this multi-class race here at Auto Club for the Racers Elite Series.
Blair Hoffman has not hit pit road yet. We're waiting to see when that will happen. We think it's going to happen within the next 4 laps. We're out on board just to see if it's safe. But you guys can see, by the way, what the inside of that car looks like, of the Gen 6. And you can see there it shows the oil pressure and stuff like that. We cannot see that because we're just spectators. And he gets the wall hard in turn 2, has to drive off the wall. But we cannot see that. They can see it. We're not allowed to see it because it will give other teams details. I don't really know how, but it does apparently.
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters too much in a fixed series, stuff like that. But
I don't think it does either. Coming to 6 to go here off of turn 4 for Holloman.
Yeah, Honeycutt right now about 2 seconds back And to give you guys an update on how much faster Honeycutt is running, Holloman, of course, did get the wall. He ran a 41.020. Honeycutt ran a 40.298. So Honeycutt way faster that time by about 8, or we'll call it 7 tenths.
He's going to gain more here as Holloman caught the wall again off of turn
Yeah,
2.
He just gained a ton. I've seen that closing in. He's under 1.5 seconds now. He's going to gain another half second here pretty easy. We might see Holloman hit pit road. There ain't no way he can
If
make
he,
it, right?
I don't think so.
You're
I don't know. He
major
stays
bed,
out this
I think.
time.
Yeah, I mean, the furthest, I don't think he's definitely not going to fall out of third because he's got such a big lead on third. He may give up second. I don't even know if he'd give up second. I don't think he can make it that far, though.
I don't think so either.
Really
As
surprised.
you'd see the 88 trying to make a pass here on Holloman.
Wayland in that truck. I like that paint, by the way, on that truck. The
Yes.
88. That's really nice. I'm a big fan of that. That is nice.
Let's see, can we get through 3 and 4 here without having an issue? Yes.
You see Honeycutt closing in, though. When he's racing his truck, it's just hurting.
Oh, yes.
Quite a bit. Honeycutt under now 7 tenths. Make that under 6 tenths. Make that now 5 tenths.
4 to go here at Auto Club, and it looks like Holloman is your overall race leader, but class leader as well here for the next gen class.
So it'll be laps. Well, it's to be determined. It may be this lap. Because now Honeycutt has closed in quite a bit.
It is now a tenth of a second for Honeyman.
We also had a big switch up with
Honeycutt.
in just a minute. As Honeycutt will go to the bottom out of turn 4. Not sure if he's going to be able to take it. He drives
Not
flat.
yet.
Nope, not able to take it. We also had a big truck kind of slowing on up those. That was close.
Holloman gets into the 13, but also gets under the wall here. Gonna hurt him for a few minutes here as he's gonna get a good run here off turn 2.
I say Honeycutt may drive away. I'm thinking. I don't know. It's going to help Holloman save a little bit of gas as well. I want to mention real quick, we had a change in the ARCA series. Andrew gives up the lead to Cody Bedelli. Did not think I would see that, honestly. So Andrew must have had an issue, and he falls back to second in the ARCA series. Nathan Emerson still in the trucks now. He's actually got a pretty good gap over Jesse Fox. Something happened to Alex Gates. Alex might have got caught speeding or something. I'm not sure what happened, but he only took 2. And
okay.
Yeah. So, unfortunately for that.
Lap and a half left to go here in the race. Honeycutt still pulling out on Holloman. Working through 3 and 4. Looking for the white flag in the air. This time for Brandon Honeycutt.
Yep, Honeycutt takes the white flag. Cody Bedelli out of turn 4 as well. He looks for the white flag here as well.
And I also believe Emerson is going to be looking for the white flag this time for the truck series. And Connor will look for the white flag here for the Gen 6 class.
Battle right now heating up for this lead, Todd, for ARCA series. Andrew has caught back up with Cody. He is right on the bumper. I really don't know which one to watch. We'll have to watch that battle, I think. Kind of back and forth here. Andrew's going to have to drive it deep. In turn 4, Brent Honeycutt.
Yep, out of turn 4. Going to see the checkered flag for the first time this season. Overall here at Auto Club is Brandon Honeycutt.
Andrew pushed it really hard in the ARCA series, unable to grab the lead. Cody Bedelli picks up the ARCA series win. John Connor picks up the Gen 6? Gen 6
yes.
In that series, and Nathan Emerson driving down the backstretch here in the truck series. We'll see if he's able to hold on. He should be
able to.
Yeah, he's got a pretty big gap over Jesse Fox, who, by the way, battled back to finish second in that class. Good for him.
Yep. Out of turn 4 here for Emerson. Going to cross the line. He'll pick up the win here for the truck class.
So Brandon Honeycutt, your overall position winner, which does not really matter, to be honest. All you care about is winning your class, but you'll see some trucks and cars doing some burnouts, I'm sure. We're going to pull some interviews here in just a moment. if I can figure out where everybody's at. Because I have not looked at this series. I don't think Honeycutt is in here. But Cody, see Cody doing the burnout as well. Trying to get all these burnouts together. Here comes the truck. He'll catch up here as well. John Connor on the truck as well. We'll see which. See if we can go ahead and grab somebody I can find.
Okay.
See if we can grab Cody Vanelli. He is the ARCA winner here tonight. Hey Cody, it's Adam and Todd up at the booth. You got a coffee?
Copy.
Man, honestly, a fantastic race for the ARCA series. You and Andrew really going at it there, and he pitted a lap sooner than you did. It looked like on that final pit stop, kind of worked out for him. He was able to get back a little bit when you got around him, but man, you and him put on a heck of a show there towards the end. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, when he pit, I had to react so he wouldn't, outrun me on fresh tires for those first couple of laps, and I overshot my pit, and lost the lead to him on that one lap. But traffic got him caught up, and he slid up into it a little bit, and I squeezed by and held on.
Man, we talked about these ARCA cars, and to me, they are the toughest in all this class racing that there is to drive. How tough is it to drive one? We've seen you guys in the car really working your hands. It looks like, especially in traffic, it could be a handful.
It can, and it gets on the rear real easy and kicks out the right rear, but that makes it's the most fun oval car on the series because you have to drive it.
I agree completely. That's what we was talking about. We head to Talladega next week. What's your thoughts heading to Talladega with multi-class? Are these cars going to be able to hook up together, do you think, with the trucks or the next gen, you think? I mean, we know you guys are faster, it looks like anyway, early. Do you think you guys would be able to hook up okay?
So over the course of this race, the next gens actually were faster, it seemed like, on the long run.
Yep.
And I don't think that'll be as big of an issue because there's not going to be really any wear at Talladega. So sure. I think we might get a little more separation in each of the classes just purely on pace.
For sure, man. Well, congratulations. First win of the season. Comes at a very fun racetrack. Any shout-outs you want to give out, dude?
Create Pensacola and the locals. That's my that's what I got on the car. It's a friend of mine's company here in Pensacola, Florida. So, that's about it, man. And I guess Andrew he shot me a message and said, "Hey, come join our race here." And this is my first race with any of these guys, and it was a real good time.
It was a good one. Hey, good job, dude.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too, buddy. So we will move him down. Let's see who we can grab now. The first one I can find. Help me find somebody. John Connor.
Yep.
We will grab him and move him into the race booth. John Connor picking up the win here tonight. John, it's Adam and Todd up at the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I was just talking to Cody, and you had a fun little night as well. I love the car, by the way. But it started out where really we didn't know who was the fastest in your class. Talk us through this race, man, especially driving with other cars on a track that is not in your class.
Yeah, it was obviously very fun driving with everyone on the track, especially at the beginning. All the next gens and Gen 4s just blowing you away because they have way more straightaway speed. And obviously all four of us, at least up in the front for our class, were side by side the entire first run until pit strategy.
Yeah, that's something I was going to ask. I'm asking really everybody that was in classes or that won that as well. Did you have to use pit strategy? It looked like, especially that y'all went green pretty much the whole race besides early. Pit strategy seems like it was really a big deal. We know that on the last pit stop, you pitted a lap after pretty much everybody in class for the most part. Is that something you wanted to do? Did you want to pit later? I know that can really go both ways.
Yeah, after seeing the 6 pit, I think it was 5 or 6 laps earlier for the first run, and then how we just had way better tires, and we ended up passing him pretty easily just because of how much the tires fall off. I figured pitting a lap later instead of trying to guess when the 3 was going to pit would have been better. And it turned out it was better. So I was happy about that working.
Talladega in these cars, how do you think that's going to go? I feel like you and the next gens would be okay hooking up, or maybe. How do you feel about going to Talladega? Can y'all even run together? I don't really know. What do you think?
I'm not sure either. I feel like, obviously, since the next gens have a similar speed, but I think the Gen 6s will still be one of the faster runs. Obviously, Gen 4 probably will pull away again, just
Right.
overall pace, being higher horsepower and everything like that. I think that's about how it's going to run. I'm not sure where trucks will fall, because
That's
it
the
depends
wrench
on
and
track.
everything.
Yeah.
And that's what we was talking about tonight. Well, man, either way, coming in here to start the season off with the win, any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, it's fun racing with everyone, and well, thank you to everyone who made this league possible. Thanks for broadcasting everything.
Awesome, dude. All right, well, we'll let you go. Have a good night, bud.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. All right, next up, let's see if we can get.
I do not see Emerson or Honeycutt in the Discord channel. That's what I've been scrolling up and down through Discord here to see if they pop in.
That's all right. No biggie. We will go through the race rundown real quick, Todd, if you want to kind of go through that, and if I can find what I'm doing.
Yeah. So we've seen 4 different classes race out here on Auto Club Speedway. Great racing. We only had the one yellow all night long, and where it looked like we could have seen maybe a couple of more. But the big thing was you had the ARCA cars only being able to run 24, 25 laps in a run for fuel compared to everything else. And then you started seeing the trucks come down before the Gen 6 and the next gens. But what I'm really happy about in this race was you've seen all the truck guys after pit stops kind of working together, working their way through the field, and then you've seen an ARCA car come out of the blue and just drive right past them. But then those battles kind of came back towards the end of their runs, and it turned out to be a really great race, I thought.
It was a fantastic race, man. I'm going to be honest, it really, I didn't think it was going to be that good. Like, I knew it was going to be good. That's why I took it. I didn't think it would be that competitive. When you mentioned that we was able to see other classes drive up and fall back and drive up again, that was really interesting with the ARCA series. I'm really interested in going to Talladega next week. I think that's going to be good. But yeah, congratulations to Brandon Honeycutt, winner of the next gen. Congratulations to Cody Benelli, winner of the ARCA series. Congratulations, John Connor, winner of the Gen 6. And Nathan Emerson is your Truck Series official winner here tonight. So that will do it for us. Todd, anything else you want to say?
I just want to touch on our sponsors one last time here. KS Designs. We have Maconi Setup Shop, Admin Box. Let's see,
GTR.
SRM, GTR.
If you go to
Moza.
GTR, use Racers Elite. If you're, especially right now with Christmas coming up, Racers Elite. We're supposed to have a QR code, but I don't know. If for some reason it wouldn't pop up, it didn't pop up. I don't know why it didn't pop up. So.
Also, don't want to forget to mention AMR Paintworks.
Yeah,
they're out here. Speed Zone, they're also on here as well. So that's it for us. You got anything else?
That's it. We will see y'all next week at Talladega. We appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe, share.